Welcome to Rebel Radio's latest interview. I'm joined by Slough Town Joint Manager John Underwood. Good evening, John.
Hi, John.
Obviously, a difficult day today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, not good, to be honest. Today was the performance today for me was unacceptable. And I think right at the beginning, I need to say, appreciated that the fans clapped our boys off at the end today. I don't think they deserved that applause today. I don't think I did. I don't think they did. So I appreciate that gesture from the supporters. But first of all, want to say, really apologise to them for what they had to put up with today. I say, as a manager, that was one of my worst days in football.
Worst day in a Slough shirt?
Yeah, probably. We've had some great times in the last year and a bit. We've generally been pretty successful, to be fair. But today, to lose at home 7-1 is shocking, to be honest. And the worst bit was we weren't unlucky. We got what we deserved today. And
was it Slough being poor? Was it Redditch being good? Was it a combination? What do you think?
It was a mixture of the two. I've got to give them credit. I thought they were excellent today. I thought, I thought they came to us. They had lots of energy. They worked hard. They had good quality. They showed a real desire. At 0-0, at 7-1, they showed that same desire. So nothing but praise for them. I thought they were excellent.
Any players particularly stand out for you?
Yeah, the lad, I think he got a hat-trick. Salmon's the lad who played in the hole. He caused us problems all game. We never really got to grips with him. But all over, they just showed a real energy and desire. We showed a lack of energy today, which is concerning. We gave the lads Thursday night off. We'd had a real hard couple of weeks, a lot of travelling, some tough games. Few injuries. We took the decision to give the lads a rest Thursday. We thought that would do them good. We thought that would freshen them up. On the evidence of today, it maybe did the opposite. It's easy with hindsight. I think if we'd have won the game, we'd have patted ourselves on the back for giving them that breather. But we looked flat today. We never really got going. The biggest thing, the biggest issue we had, particularly early in the game, was we just kept giving the ball away. Our passing was dreadful, if I'm honest. And people were saying, their shape was hurting us, etc. But it doesn't matter about shape or tactics or positional play or anything. If you don't keep the ball, if you just keep giving the ball back like we did, you make things hard for yourself. And that's not picking out one or two. That's generally the whole side. I thought we didn't get good quality into the front players, but then when we did, it didn't stick first half.
Were you getting out battled a bit as well?
Yeah, I don't think at any point we were lazy. I don't think we didn't work hard, but we made life hard for ourselves by continually giving the ball away. And then you end up chasing more than you need to. You end up working harder than we should have had to because we were constantly trying to work to get the ball back.
At one point, obviously, going towards half-time, perhaps slightly against the run of play, you were sitting at a position of equity at 1-1. I guess going in at half-time with that would have been a kind of a boost in that situation.
Yeah, we were second best, obviously we were second half, both halves, but when we got to half-time, as we approached half-time, I said to the lads on the bench, delighted to go in, if we can go in at 1-1, be delighted, because I thought they were much better than us. And sometimes, we've seen it in the past, half-time can change the game. I think if we'd have gone in at 1-1, maybe the second half would have been different. But we conceded right on half-time. And then second half, we seemed to start quite well initially. Was a bit I was very critical of them at half-time. Really wasn't happy with the first half performance. Demanded a reaction from them. And I guess the most concerning thing is, as a manager, you demand a reaction at 2-1 down at half-time and you end up losing 7-1. Something not quite right there for me. We're not gonna panic. We're not. The crazy thing is, 10 days ago we went to Corby and won 2-1 with a fantastic performance, a real top quality performance, work rate, quality. 10 days later we get that, and that concerns me how far we dropped below our standards today. And there are circumstances. We had a new left back that we had to bring in today. Reece was suspended. We players had to come off during the game today, but I don't want to make excuses, because that's given all of that, that's still not good enough what we gave today. We can accept losing games, but we need to be doing a lot better than we did today, no matter what 11 we put out. So, I take responsibility for that. Myself and Bakes, we carry the can for that. And
but you also can't be the players out on the pitch. And were you disappointed with, at certain points during the game, how any of the players reacted, that there didn't seem to be that kind of drive and fight to pull it back?
Yeah, I am disappointed. You look to your senior players at times to help you get a reaction when it goes 3-1, 4-1, and I didn't feel we got that. Today. I'm not going to point any finger at any individuals. As a group, as a squad, as a management team, we failed today, big time, failed massively, and we need to probably change a few things. We know we're not a million miles away when we can get a consistent side out. But somewhere near our strongest team, we can compete at this level against, I think, pretty much anyone. But it seems, we have a few issues, and we're missing one or two key players, and it seems to be an excuse for others to fall below the standards they should set themselves, and that's not acceptable. We need stronger characters than that. So, we're not all of a sudden going to see us go and release 6 players and go and sign 6 players. It's not that. We're not in that. We had an awful day today, but we're not in that bad a shape. We're 10th in the league in our first season at this level. We do need to improve, and I think we need to probably look to maybe see if we can get 1 or 2 in and improve us. But it's not, that's not a knee-jerk thing. There's been 1 or 2 things myself and Neil have been talking about in recent weeks in terms of how we might improve, and maybe today's just highlighted them even more.
Yeah, it could be that for a few games there's been signs of it, but today things came together for a top team against you, being very clinical in it, and it really kind of put you to the sword. Moving on from here, was there any other injury news today? Obviously, a number of players were taken off at different points during the game. Yeah,
Johnny took a bad kick on his calf, and he could barely run on it, and he had to come off. I don't think that's a serious one. I'm hoping that will settle down this week. Guy was struggling with the injury that he missed last week with, so we took him off at 4-1, and there was no point in making that worse. We could have thrown Ryan Parsons on. He wasn't too bad with his groin, but you had to, 4-1. It's a little bit damage limitation, and you don't want to make the day any worse by making injuries worse. So we end up having to throw Scott Harris in at centre half, and he did okay there. To be fair, he's done it before. It's not ideal. But we weren't going to get back in the game at that point, and we had to just make sure the day didn't become any worse. Luke Knight came off. Knighty just had a bad day. Knighty's a great player, and he's been out. He's come back in. He's trying to find his form and his fitness. And I said to him after the game, he had a bad day today, and that doesn't make him a bad player. He's a great player, and we're delighted we've got him. He needs to put today behind him and move on, because we all know what a good player he is. So, other than that, I don't think we've picked up too many more. I think come next Saturday, Cambridge, we should have a reasonably strong squad again.
What does it mean for Egham, though?
Yeah, we'll be a little bit light for Egham. We can't risk anyone against Egham. It may be that people like Searsey, who's improving, and Ryan Parsons, that we don't risk them, because we have to prioritise next Saturday at Cambridge. I'd like to go and have a good run in the Redditch Cup, but no matter what team we put out on Tuesday, I'm expecting a reaction from the players, from the squad after what they gave today. Tuesday becomes important now. It becomes an opportunity for us to go and win a game and put in a positive performance and start to get back on track.
Yeah, and then Cambridge again next week. It's tough to talk about right now with the still pain, but I'm guessing you want to bounce back. Because now you've lost 3 on the bounce. So
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you look at the results today, and teams around us have lost, and I think we've only dropped 1 place to 10th. 10th isn't the worst place in the world for us to be at this stage, having just come up to this division. So let's not get carried away by one bad day, but we do need to find a bit of consistency again and get back on a run. Myself and Bakes went and watched Cambridge on Wednesday, so we know all about them. And as in any game, it will be another difficult game. They're all difficult. They're all, no teams give you an easy win in this league. So we need to have a good week now. We need to get a couple of players back. We need to have a positive reaction Tuesday. We need to have a positive night Thursday in training. And we need to make sure we go and improve massively come next Saturday.
Final question. Obviously, it's tough for you to, as managers, to take. I expect the dressing room was quite a quiet place afterwards. How were all the boys feeling?
They were quiet. I was very critical of them, as I think you'd probably expect. And, not the time now to share the conversations that we had in there, but they know they let me and Bakes down today, and some of them need to improve, and they need to improve quickly, and they'll some of them will get that opportunity on Tuesday. They're down, they're hurting. It's not it hurts everyone today. The chairman, the management team, the players, the supporters. The players don't enjoy going into work on Monday and having to tell their workmates they lost 7-1. They need to turn that kind of disappointment, that frustration into a positive now come Tuesday and come next Saturday. So it's been a really, really bad day for us today. But I've got every faith in myself and Bakes that we will do what we need to do to get it right. And we've got an interesting couple of weeks now. We've got loads of games coming up, and we need to find that form and that consistency quickly.
Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one who looks forward to seeing that journey, and I'm sure it will get better and things will improve and you will feel better than you do right now. So I appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts. I'm sure the fans do as well. You've got a lot of support behind you, so go away, have a nice beer tonight and smile if you can.
I'll try. Cheers, John.
Cheers.